year, for every 1,000 female teens ages 15 to 19 have 9 babies in the state of Minnesota alone. This is according to Dr. Rochelle Walensky, who has a doctorate from Johns Hopkins Medical School and is the director of the CDC in CDC National Health Statistics published in 2020. Everyone here has taken a health class, but they're not always as effective as one might think. The Minnesota Department of Education, in conjunction with the Minnesota Department of Health, should require sex education and offer access to birth control for teens. First, I will talk about the consequences of teen pregnancy and the lack of education, and lastly, I will discuss how higher education can help prevent these problems. The U.S. has the highest rate of teen pregnancies out of all the wealthy countries in the world. According to Sarah Brown, the director of the National Campaign for Prevention of Teen Pregnancy in the Journal of Adolescent Health, published in 2020, states that this is due to the lack of information and myths surrounding pregnancy and sex in schools and with teens around the world. Many researchers express that they feel like there should be a higher education for sex in schools. According to Yale Eleanor, who has a doctorate from the Hebrew University Hadassah Med School in the Journal of Adolescent Health, published in 2022, teen moms are at a higher risk for many health conditions such as eclampsia and blood fusion, where 4% of teen moms required those things, which is bigger than the 2% that many women who are in their 20s or 30s experience. 12% of babies born to teen moms are preterm and end up in the NICU, and 8% are underweight. This is due because the teen body is not meant to be carrying babies and can cause a lot of other serious effects. According to Sherry Brosher, a retired LPN and a teen mom herself, in a personal interview conducted in April of 2023, teen moms have a lot of struggles socially. They feel like they are missing out in school and tend to fall behind in school and their social lives with their friends. Sherry herself was married as a teen when she had her baby, and she felt that having the baby put a struggle on both her and her husband in their relationship. While she had a support system, they still struggled financially, which is the case for many teen moms. Many teen parents and children of teen parents also suffer a higher rate of abuse, which is very unfortunate for many. While Sherry never experienced this, she did have a lot of other struggles. Next, I will talk about how education can help solve this problem. According to Elliot Marcel, a course director at Berkeley University, in the Journal of Prevention Science in 2018, the schools who required higher education in sex had an increase in safe sex around the school, which in turn lowered the pregnancy rates. States with higher birth rates among their teens tend to not require sex education in their schools, such as Arkansas and Mississippi, who had 27 teen births for every 1,000 female teens. The Minnesota state requires sex education, but they require it to be as a more abstinent preach-based education, as well as teaching HPV and HIV. A new bill that was put through the Senate in January of 2023 in Minnesota is now requiring consent to be taught in schools and help prevent sexual assault cases in teens. It's only now that we are having consent-based teaching in schools, which in turn can help prevent teen pregnancy from happening. First, I talked about how the lack of education is one of the big reasons why we have high teen pregnancy rates and how it can affect teens. And then I talked about how higher education helps prevent these problems and teaches teens to be safe as they become adults. The Minnesota Department of Education, in conjunction with the Minnesota Department of Health, should require sex education and access to birth control for teens. While many of us in here might not have been pregnant ourselves or known someone who has been pregnant, teen pregnancy is still a large problem within the United States and other countries in the world as well, and education can help prevent this.